Hey lovely people, welcome back once again to another exciting episode of Stitches with Collection. I'm Miss Stitches. Today in this video, I'm going to share with you how to make this beautiful and easy designed handmade beaded bags. Before we start, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button. Let's get started. Materials needed. So you cut your fish line, you make sure it's long enough, you cut it off, and we are using 0.60 mm, but you can use 7 mm if you want, so any of both. You make sure you have the ends of the fish line. Then you fix 4 beads, fix on any side of the fish line, being it the right side or the left side, fix all 4 beads. And then you cross with the 4th bead using the other side of the fish line. Make sure you have the ends of the fish line, you pull it out, and then you have a first ring done. Then you pick 3 beads, fix 1 on the left fish line, fix 1 on the right fish line, and then you cross with the 3rd bead using both fish lines. You still make sure you have the ends of the fish line, you pull it out, and then you have your 2nd ring of 4 done. Then you fix 1 bead on each fish lines again, cross with the 3rd bead using both fish lines, you pull it out, and then you have your 3rd ring of 4 done. So you are going to extend it until you have 14 of this, and I'm going to do that off camera with the same method. So we have 13 now, and then with the 14th part on this fish line here, you fix 3 beads, and then you cross with the 3rd bead using the other side of the fish line, you pull it out, so you have it turned like this. And now we have 14. So weaving on the outer fish line here, you fix 3 beads, and then you cross with the 3rd bead using the other side of the fish line, which is my right fish line, you pull it out, so you have it turned completely. Then with the right fish line, you go through the next 1 bead here. Then you fix 2 beads on the left fish line, cross with the 2nd bead using the right fish line, you pull it out, and then with the right fish line you go through the next 1 bead here. Then you fix 2 beads again on the left fish line, cross with the 2nd bead, you pull it out, then you weave on till you get to the last end. So when you get to the last but 1 bead, with the right fish line you go through the last bead here, you have it like this. Then on the outer fish line here, you fix 2 beads, cross with the 2nd bead, you pull it out, so you have it turned like this. Then still on the outer fish line here, you fix 3 beads, you cross with the 3rd bead, you pull it out, so you have it turned completely. Then with the right fish line you go through the next 1 bead, then you fix 2 beads again, cross to the 2nd bead, you pull it out, you go through the next 1 bead here. Then you fix 2 beads again, cross to the 2nd bead, you pull it out, you go through the next 1 bead here. So with the same method, I'm going to weave all the way from here to this end here. Then you extend this path till you have 9. So we complete this 3rd path, then you add 6 more, and to make it 9, I'm going to do that off camera. So this is what you should get after you are done. This is what we have for the mat, and we have 9 here, and this side is still 14. So we are going to weave the sides of the bag. That's why I left the fish lines here. So with this first part here, you need to fold this first row. As you can see I'm doing, you fold it up, and then you turn to this other side, then you fold this first row too, as you can see. So this is what you have. Then we are going to weave this side. So now we have 7 on this side here. So we are going to use the fish lines to weave this side. So let me turn it this way, and then since I have my fish line here, with the right fish line you go through this 2nd bead, you go through this bead here. But if you are using a new fish line, just go through these 2 beads here, and you still have it the same way. So let's go through this bead here. Then you have it this way. Then on this fish line here, the outer fish line, you fix 2 beads, and then you cross with the second bead, you pull it out. Then with the right fish line, you go through the next 1 bead. Then you fix 2 beads again on the left fish line, cross with the second bead, you pull it out, and then you go through the next 1 bead here. Then you fix 2 beads again, cross to the second bead, you pull it out, you go through the next 1 bead here. Then you weave on with the same method to get to the last end. So when you get to the last end with the right fish line, you go through the next 2 beads here. You have it this way. Then you pick 1 bead and cross with both sides of the fish lines, you pull it out. Then after you are done, you pass the excess fish lines to secure this part of the work. Then you repeat the same method for this other side here. So this one I'm going to use this fish line, but I'm going to do that off camera with the same method. So this is what you should get after you are done with the sides. This is what we have for this part here, as you can see. So this is one side of it, and I made the same thing off camera, the same size, the same shape. As you can see, we have 1 row on each side, and we're going to join it together to form the full body of the bag. So I'm using this fish lines too because my fish line is long enough. But if you are using a new fish line, just go through this 3rd bead here. So I just passed it through to the 3rd bead here. Then on the top fish line, you fix 1 bead. Then with that same fish line where you fix the bead, you go through the 3rd bead on this other side, you pull it out. Then you have the bead in the middle of both sides like this. Then you pick 1 bead again and cross it both sides of the fish lines, you pull it out. Then with the right fish line, you go through the next 1 bead. With the left fish line, you go through the next 1 bead. Then you pick 1 bead again and cross it both sides of the fish lines, you pull it out. Then with the right fish line, you go through the next 1 bead. With the left fish line, you go through the next 1 bead. Then you pick 1 bead again, cross it both sides of the fish lines, you pull it out, and then you weave on with the same method throughout. So we have the side joining up. I'm going to weave on all the way to this 3rd bead here, all the way to this 3rd bead here, and I'm going to do that off camera with the same method, as you can see. So this is what you should have after you are done joining the sides together. This is how it looks, and this is the inner side of it. So now I'm going to weave or decorate around it, add a little touch. So with a new fish line, and then with this berry beads, so this is 12 mm of the berry beads, and then I'm going to design it with the berry beads all around. So you just pass the fish line through any side at all. As you can see, I have mine here, and then we are going to weave on. So you fix 1 berry bead on your fish line, you pull it all the way down, then you go through this next bead here. See where our fish line is, you just go through this next bead here, you pull it out. So this method is very simple and easy to do. Just watch carefully, and then you have it tagged like this. Then you can just move on to the next step. So you fix 1 berry bead again, and then you just go through this next bead. From here you pull it all the way out, then you have it tagged here. Make sure you pull it very tight, as you can see. Then we have our second one done. Moving on to the 3rd part, you fix 1 bead, you pull it all the way down, and then you just go through the next bead here, you pull it out. Like I said, this is a very simple method that you can use just to add a little touch to your bag. Now we have the 3rd one also done, and then you continue weaving on with the same method throughout. So this is how it should look, as you can see. And then we are going to weave all the way to this end here, and then you repeat the same thing for this second side here. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'm going to sew my zip to the bag too. So I'm going to do both off camera, but don't worry, I have a video of how to line in your bag, and it's the same method as sewing the zip to the bag. So I'm going to do both off camera, and we'll be right back after I'm done. So this is what you should have after you're done with it. This is how our design is looking on our bag. So beautiful. And this is how our zip is also looking after sewing it to the bag. This is the inner side of the bag. You just close it up like this. Then you have your nice bag or purse done. So you can attach a bag chain to it to make it a shoulder bag, or you can just use it this way as a purse and use it as a purse. So this is what we are doing for this design. Feel free to increase the size if you want it big. Do it in any color of your choice. Please give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more and more of my tutorials. Make sure to comment and share as well. Stay safe. See you in my next video. Have a nice day and bye.